The story of Netflix religion goes back to 1997. Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings were driving to Blockbuster and realized how much of a hassle it was to have to pick up movies. They decided to create their own organization that would give individuals the opportunity to pick out movies in their home and stream them there. They eternalized their idea by starting their own company. However, it took 10 years to finally make their full dream a reality. This is an example of objectification. Mark Randolph and Reed Hastings were inspired to spread a more convenient way of watching movies without leaving the home. Paul eternalized the inspiration of Mark and Reed and created the Netflix religion. In the writings of Peter L. Berger's 1967 article, Religion and World Construction, he discussed the process of how and why religion is socially constructed.
I can't do this anymore, guys. There is swearing and naked bodies. Mark Wahlberg does not look good naked. If you agree with me, let's just walk out. Let's just walk out. It's a walkout.
He's not.
It's a walkout.
The Red Box has told us to watch this. You deserters!
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Deserters! You deserve to be in the Red Box. Get out of here!
I've been feeling like we need to do more of like a rom-com in our life.
A rom-com.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like maybe we should like be praying to the Red Box about this, you know? Make this a daily thing.
He should. Because he really does need to guide us more on this.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hello.
Hey, I'm part of the Netflix organization, and we have recently heard that you guys have been having a bit of a problem with making decisions, and there's been some angry outbursts and whatnot. And I'm here just bringing out advertising my Netflix organization. We have never had an issue with making decisions, and we have a nice calm deity that helps us make decisions, and there has never been a fight. And I was just wondering if any of you would like to join.
Get out of here!
Actually, that sounds kind of nice.
What?
Shelby.
Are you serious?
Shelby!
All right.
Easier.
Your allegiance lies with the Red Box.
The Red Box doesn't love you anyway!
So why did I switch to Netflix? I think when I was in Redbox, it was a little hard to pick out what we were going to watch just because there's not as much variety. And then when Paul came up and he started talking to us outside, things just seemed to change. Like the way he would phrase things just seemed to make sense. And I just liked the way he would put things into words, and his idea of the Netflix group made a lot of sense. And you know, he just seemed to have a lot of authority when he was talking about it, and I like that because when you're trying to figure out what you want to watch in a group, it can be very difficult. But when somebody knows what they want to watch and what they want to do, and they also take into the opinions of others, it makes being in a religious group much easier. And I think I liked that a lot about when Paul started talking to us, and I think that's why I wanted to change it, just because he was so charismatic when he was talking, and he really seemed to know what he was talking about and what he wanted to do and the direction that he wanted to take the Fauxligian group into.
To Weber, charisma is to be considered an uncommon quality of an individual personality. It invests that personality with supernatural, superhuman, or at least specifically extraordinary powers which are not accessible to other individuals. These qualities are thought to be either of divine origin or exemplary personal characteristics, and therefore designate the individual as a leader. In this case, Paul has charismatic authority because of his inspirational cap, which allows him to be connected with Netflix and the rest of the members of the religion. Members honor him for being the designated person that receives inspiration as to what our religion should watch and what we should let ourselves be influenced by.
What are we gonna do about these Red Box guys? They come to me on the day that my daughter's to be married and they say, "Godfather, watch this movie, The Martian." What are we gonna do? I think we need to take them out. Sonny, any ideas?
I don't know. I think we have to use extreme force. That's what we have to do.
I'll tell you what we should do.
No.
I say we take him out.
I say we don't. That's pretty violent.
Never go
Guys,
against the
what's
family,
going
Vito.
on?
No.
What's going on here? I'm from the Netflix organization. I've heard that you guys are planning some pretty extreme stuff in regards to Redbox, and I'm here offering you guys a peaceful solution in which you can join my organization. We have never had an issue with making decisions, and we've always gotten along. And I'm just wondering if any of you would like to take me up on my offer and come join me.
I'm gonna take you up.
No.
I'm gonna take you up on the offer. It's too crazy for me.
All right.
Never go against the family, Sonny. Never go against the family.
Yeah, so I think the reason why I left Redbox was because they're too open and, you know, they don't have very high standards. I felt like, you know, the movie The Martian had some pretty bad things in there, and I didn't want to view the cussing and I guess the naked butt. However, when I went with Blue Box, they were way too strict. I mean, what the heck, they're talking about going and shooting up people. That's not cool. That's way too high tension-y for me. And so when I heard Paul, when he came, and was talking about the religion on the Netflix, I really enjoyed that. I really liked that because, you know, I just feel like it's very chill. Okay.
Though their reasons were different, with Spencer and Shelby reaffiliated between the movie viewing religions, according to Stark and Finke's process about conversion and reaffiliation, both Spencer and Shelby tried to preserve as much religious capital as possible by staying with groups with similar rituals. However, their social capital of both the Redbox and Blue Box religions were in upheaval, so Shelby and Spencer were more open to reaffiliation. In Stark and Finke's explanations of religious group dynamics and economies, they explain Spencer's shift between the different religious niches to find one with the best level of tension and commitment for his preferences.
Hey, what are we gonna watch tonight?
Let's pray. Once upon a time. All right, well, let's have some ceremonial popcorn.
It looks like you guys are a really tight group. What makes you guys so united?
Well, we have several rituals that we do together to help our groups have more solidarity.
What type of rituals do you guys do?
We believe our ceremonies are a time of both comfort and joy. So during our rituals, we all wear sweatpants to share our popcorn and snacks with one another. Also, we wear these hats while picking what show to watch to keep our minds open to inspiration.
That sounds a lot like what Durkheim said about social rituals generating group solidarity and, in that sense, social integration. So what has made you guys so committed to a newfound religion?
Well, I'm pretty committed myself because our deity is always responsive to what shows we should be watching every day.
Yeah, it's like in Redbox, there are always debates and there's a lot of confusion over what to watch. But with Netflix, we have a dependable source of inspiration and a clear direction of what to watch every day.
Exactly, and we know that this source of information is not going to end when we die. It's going to continue after this life, so we're going to keep receiving guidance forever.
Yeah, and so we come into these weekly meetings to participate in our services, and we make a monthly tithe of $7 just to be able to receive our blessings of relaxation and of religious companionship.
Stark and Finke explain how religious commitment emerges. They explain that there is both objective and subjective commitment, the former dealing with the behavior of individuals in accordance with religious teachings, and the latter about the emotions and beliefs of members. This is closely connected with their explanation of how religion's confidence emerges through rituals, mystical experiences, and prayer. How has your confidence in the Netflix religion emerged?
I think, for me at least, it's really grown in the process of picking out which movie or which TV series to watch. Even during the process, if we don't know what we want to watch, we say a little prayer. And especially through that supernatural experience, it's really helped me to have more confidence in the religion.
Yeah, I've become more confident because, especially like during the prayers, you know, we do our little thing like this to receive what we're going to watch, And you know, we always get the answer, and it always feels good, always feels comfortable. And you know, and I'm very confident, and then that all the prayers that we say are going to be answered. Yeah, that's kind of why I'm confident in this religion.
This stuff really can't be explained. I mean, it has to come from somewhere higher. To this whole idea that we can all simultaneously know what to watch at the same time. I mean, there's no other explanation beyond that it's a true organization, and I have no doubt that this is real.
Stark and Finke have discussed the importance of tension and commitment in growth. How do you plan to increase commitment within your organization?
Well, I know right now the tension isn't very high, and it can't continue that way. So I'm in the process of requiring members to, as opposed to watching Netflix once a week, watching it every day for at least an hour, and praying 3 times a day for the right inspiration. And as this becomes more of a full-time thing for me, I'll either start requiring a commission of for the members to be a member, or start delegating some of the responsibilities and ask for volunteers to help the organization run smoothly.
Interesting. Thank you for sharing. Stark and Finke also said the density of social networks decline very rapidly as congregations grow. As your congregation grows, how do you plan to keep a strong social capital?
I will start having particular leaders that their whole responsibility are volunteers, that their whole responsibility will be about fellowshipping new members to make sure they feel welcome and feel like they're part of the group.
That's a good strategy. Thank you for sharing.